They fucking start with me as soon as I fucking wake up. And I wake up to my phone on my steering wheel where I left it while I'm sleeping, so they had plain sight of where I was sleeping. They drained my battery because I fell asleep listening to YouTube music before they cut it off. Then, I awoke. I went on Facebook, blah, 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 and then they stopped me from posting. Then, God will use those working against me. Yeah, sure they will. Yeah. I'll be dead by the time they use others to keep me, to raise me up. That story of the donkey. See, I just got a fucking notification from D. Barker, Warring Mormon, from Twitter, saying, God will use those that the devil's using against me. But meanwhile, they're dropping dirt all on me and keeping me in my grave, in the hole that my family dug for me, in the pits of the fucking grave. Meanwhile, everybody's tossing dirt in on me, trying to bury me. Okay, which they are, because I'm getting sick. I'm dying. I'm not eating. I'm not healthy. I'm taking on damage from all the hits from the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Every time I get paid from God because of being punished by my family, God ain't letting me use this money for me. It's going to the car. It's going to this one. It's going to that. It's going to the car insurance. They maybe get into an accident and my insurance got raised. Then he keeps making me waste gas and make me drive here and there and everywhere and here and there and everywhere and going the distance to make me go through more gas. So I have to put more gas in. So I can't save no money for next month to get my car fixed. Then they're trying to make me lose my car. God ain't gonna bless me. Oh yeah, they're gonna bless me with somebody else, and then they're gonna fuck my life some more and my health and kill me off while they're making millions, while they use my knowledge and wisdom and understanding so they can continue to live. They ain't doing me no good. They ain't blessing me. I went to a 7-Eleven that was further away because they were holding the light. So holding me at the red light so I couldn't go. And I had to go poop because I wanted to tell you from when I started, but I broke all the way from this one and that. You didn't get the full story. I'm going back to Aldi's to pay the cashier that found my key when I was there last time on my lanyard because I had to run in to use the bathroom. And I had the key in my hand, the lanyard. And they fucking, no, I'm not walking. So then, what happened? My key, the cashier found it, and I had to ask around to backtrack and couldn't find it. And he said, yes, he found it. I had to describe it to him. So I didn't have much money on me at that point. And then I said, I'll be back in about... See, they interrupted me with all these fucking phone calls, scamming me. They had somebody call me with the name Maxine, which is the whatchamacallit, one of the social workers that helped to take my son from me and set me up with a paper trail. And now I gotta... Jesus. And then they almost set me up to get into a car accident when I pulled out of my parking space in the other parking lot. I was in a Dollar Tree in the laundromat. Jesus, motherfucking Christ, man. Now I gotta park again, get out, go give him $5 to show my appreciation because he saved me from not having a key to drive my car. So I gotta go in, gotta roll up the windows, keep my car running because I'm not shutting it on and off, 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 on and off. Here goes the $5. See, $5 I'm giving to him. So I gotta take my purse from me so I can get back into my car. Hold on. Then I'll explain the story. Fuck off. I had Nestle Crunch today. I had a Coca-Cola, Cherry Cola can of soda. Then I had a banana. Can't eat anything else because I'm constantly going. They're making me waste my... You know, where the fuck is he? He's not at the register now. Where the fuck is he? Oh my God, no, I gotta wait for him to return. Hey, hon, where's the cashier that was there? The dark-skinned gentleman, the young man?
The guy? He's on break.
How long is on? Because when I was here last time, about a week and a half ago, which is in my car. I have my fob key that was on my lanyard, but I ran in to use the bathroom, and I left it in the bathroom. He found it. So I wanted to show my appreciation and give him at
We
least...
can't. Because we have cameras, and if you give him them, they will consider that he's stealing from the money.
Even if they see me... I wanted to show
The
my...
best thing he can do is like go online and say, hey, cashier, so did a good job.
I don't have the receipt anymore, and I don't know...
I can give you the number.
Yeah,
like,
but his name too, I can't... It was the... I told him I'd be back in like 20 minutes. I didn't know. He probably didn't think I'd come back, but I'm good on my word. Damn it.
I just don't want him to get fired.
That's a good thing, yeah. I didn't know that was gonna... Because sometimes people, pay to, like, Publix, they pay to get,
Yeah, but I think the Publix allowed that, but we were not allowed. That's a very...
Gotcha. I mean, I can't afford it, but I wanted to show my appreciation, because...
This is the phone number, and so you can go online.
Okay.
Too.
I didn't. Okay, I had the receipt. Not from. Actually, I did. That's right. I did have the receipt from today, but I didn't. I don't know the date. That's okay. That was his first name, or
That's his name.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh man. Yep. I'll be back. I'll probably. He said he was here till closing. I'll probably give it to him after he leaves. They won't know. So. They close at what, 8:30? 8 p.m. up here, okay. They open up at 8:30. The hours are reversed up here. 8:30 they open. Down in Palm Beach, they open up at 8 and they close at 8:30. So I went through all that, wasted all that gas. Now I gotta come back here, but I'm only gonna be across the street anyway. So, well, up the street and around the corner, rather, I should say. So I gotta check and see, because the box that I took the Aldi stuff in, and I didn't even lock the doors. I bought carrots and celery again today. We'll see if I get to eat them. The celery's like fucking on steroids, and it fucking broke because it fell. So I got that. See, the box fell. I got onions, carrots, cantaloupe, and blackberries, which are probably all over the car right now. They're probably all over the floor. My onions were $2.35. My pineapple, I saved 3 cents. No, they didn't fall out of the container. Okay, see? They didn't fall out of the container. And I can't even eat them now because I've had all the soda, and I need my cantaloupe. I wanted to eat the cantaloupe. It's a small cantaloupe, but it was $1.99. Instead of paying $3 for a big cantaloupe that I can't eat all of because I can't eat a whole cantaloupe because of my stomach, being that it's... So I was here earlier, and I for showing his appreciation. I wanted to give my appreciation to him for saving me from my key getting stolen and not returned. Which I don't know how he would have found it in the ladies' bathroom, but... Okay, my carrots, are they up there? I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I did with the receipt of it. I don't know if it was in the box. I don't know if I put it in my purse. Nope. Nope, I don't have the new receipt in my... I threw it out probably. So, anyway, so, let me explain this to you from the beginning. Okay, I woke up after I left the gym this morning at about 4:30ish, about almost 5 o'clock actually. I left about 5 o'clock this morning. Then, because I walked out the doors about 4:30ish, and then got in my car. I waited a couple minutes. Waited till about 5:30ish, maybe 6 o'clock, because I saw this, and then I drove, because I wanted to get to where I was going before the traffic started. So I went to the laundromat where I go to do my laundry. There's a Dollar Tree there, and I parked closer to the laundromat because it has the little grass and the little median in the parking lot, and then it has the curb attached to the grass median in the parking lot. So I could park there without worrying about someone doing something to my car underneath when, you know, in an open spot, somebody could crawl under and do something and sabotage me. So I have to park where there's a parking stump or a curb or whatever, so nobody, you know. So anyway, then when did that happen? 6:13. Okay, so when I woke up, it was about 2:07 or something like that when I finally opened up my eyes and grabbed my phone to see what time it was, because it was on my steering wheel facing me. And of course, somebody called as soon as they saw me get up. I know I'm being watched. I've known. That ain't nothing new to me. I've known. Do you think I'm just finding this out? I've known. What the fuck? So anyway, I've known ever since before Men in Black, when I saw the movie Men in Black, when I was in, middle school? I've known since way before then I was being watched. I knew when I was walking home to and from school alone and taking the city bus to get to school across the city taking several buses at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. No, about 6, 7, 8 years old. 5 years old, I was walking to kindergarten and first grade on my own, because my mommy was too tired to get out of bed and get dressed and walk me to school. Because she would have had to got my sister ready, because she was only a little baby, or a toddler. And then I had to, then whatever. But anyway, what I'm talking about is today, my day. After I got on the phone, went on Facebook for about a couple hours, I went into Dollar Tree when my phone died, and went into Dollar Tree, got a soda, got a Nestle packet of Nestle Crunch snack size. I ate that, and then as I drove away, as I backed up onto my space, I looked before I moved. But what happened, and this is why you have to look twice. That's why in the driver's test they tell you to look twice. Left, right mirror, or left mirror, left and side view mirrors, and then your rear view. But I do my left, the rear view, and then I do a quick left, rear view, and the right. Sometimes sometimes I'll do the rear. You know, it depends on what angle I'm on, but because I could see nobody's on my left. But this time, it was like the perfect time, and they tried to set me up to where I backed up into somebody. Because as I looked in my left view, in my left side view, the car had already passed me and was in back of me. So I had already looked that way, because as I sat up and I looked, I didn't see anything, because the car was coming this way and going that way past me in the back. While I was parked like I am now, the car was coming from my left to go right, and I didn't see, like, when I looked in the left side view mirror, it was already behind me. So I didn't see it when I seen it, but I was already starting to back out. As I was backing out, I seen it in my rear view. And luckily, I did catch like the tail end, and I said, oh shit, because when I backed up, I said, oh whoa. And then they beeped, thank God, because I would have kept going. I would have kept reversing, because the car was like, it was kind of like out of my view from my sitting position, and it was like in back. But before I even started to back up, I had already looked it, and there was nobody in back of me, because, and like, I looked already, I already did my first look. As I was starting the car and reversing, and I didn't look again, a car was already coming through the parking lot and behind me. So I almost didn't see it, and as I backed out, it was right behind me. So that's why, and especially with how people drive in parking lots, and how everything is busy. That's why I don't like to be up during the day. That's why I like to schedule my things to where I have to work around God and how He uses me, and my phone being charged. I got to deal with a lot of things. Okay, so I'm working. It takes a lot to survive out here doing what I'm doing for God and for myself, sort of. And for my son, because he doesn't know the world that he lives in and where it's going to go and end up. He thinks he's covered, but he's not. Once they do away with me, they're actually working on him as in a bad way, while I'm trying. My goal is to get to my son to take care of him and care and provide for him and to protect him from what he doesn't know that's out there. But being that I'm his mom by blood and by birth, but I didn't take care of him financially because God didn't let me be put in that position to do so. So now my son is no longer mine. He's of the world because the world took care of him through Joe, but also through me because even though I've been homeless, my son thinks that I was a nobody, think I was just out here. He didn't know, or he didn't realize, or he knew, but he was being used by the devil to hurt me. So the devil is trying to turn, God and the devil are the same thing, same one, same entity. And he's trying to turn my son against me and divide and separate. But I don't want to see, God is doing like a switch up, like a switch and bait. Okay, he's telling me he's God, but he's the devil because he's twisting it by the way he's making me come to him. He's gonna the process he's brought me through is death. He's only drawing me to death. He's drawing me into my death. And then but meanwhile he's trying to portray himself as God, but he's not. He is God because he's the God of disorder and destruction and dysfunction. Okay, so even though I'm walking this life and I'm trying to survive and do the right thing and not mess up, he's putting all these things to happen to me to cause me to mess me up so I don't come back to God and be blessed, because he's trying to take the souls back. Because we're overpopulated, we're multiplying, we're over multiplying, so we don't get to live out our purpose because he tricks us. But he's not tricking me because I know what's going on. That's why I don't really want to go to God, aka the devil, because he's only tricking me. Just like my mommy and daddy did. They tricked me into believing that I was brought in by love. No, I was brought into this world by lust. It's two way different things. One is life, one is death. Okay? Brought into this world on love, on the foundation of love, means that there are two people together as one. They've equipped, established, and readied and prepared themselves to bring in another life into this world through that love. Not like a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of deal. You know, like my daddy did to my mommy. That's not love. They used me as a sacrifice. See, you people don't understand this. I've understood it. But I haven't, just because I haven't spoken it, God doesn't think I know it. But I know, just because I haven't spoken everything, there's way too much for me to speak to tell him. I have a lot to say. Because I've learned a lot. I've soaked in a lot. I observed a lot. And the only thing that's happened to me through this process, even though I haven't been a part of the world, nor did I conform to it, they still fucked me out of my life. Because I didn't conform and become a part of them and their works, their evil works, I have been fucked out of my life. So whether I worked 3 jobs, I still was fucked out of my life because I couldn't even afford to support myself. All my money went to my landlord and to the 2 cats that God put in my path. And then the 2 litters that were brought into the world because of the devil, aka God, bringing other people into my path, fucking me up, or the apartment, or the whatever, or I lost a job, or I quit, and I wanted to move because I wasn't happy with the area. I didn't want to live on East Main Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut, because it was a prostitute, smoking, drinking, drugging, sexing, partying, fucking, sucking, dicking, gang, the drugs. I didn't want to walk. I got beat up one time at the bus stop waiting to go to school. They took my purse and hit me with it and took my purse and everything in it. I almost didn't have the money to get to school, and they took my makeup. They took everything from me that was in my purse. And I didn't want to say this because now God, aka the devil, is going to make something like this happen. So now I got to watch my back because now he's going to make something like this happen. And I already, and see, this whole story turned into such a long spiel. And I'm wasting gas, I'm sweating my ass off, and I got diarrhea because the soda and eating nothing but fucking soda and candy. And I have diarrhea. I went poopy, it was a good poopy. But now, they're forcing me, what did I do with the $5 now? Okay, I put it in there. So now I have to come back here to meet the guy when he closes so I can give it to him on the outside so he doesn't get fired. Because I have to show my appreciation. I have to drink this while it's cold. Because it's not going to stay cold long because I don't have ice in it. And it's not a styrofoam cup. I should have went in and got another banana, but, and I wanted to see the price of the potatoes, but I can't keep stuff in here. I'm sweating. My hair is so disgusting. I don't even want to be in my body anymore. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. My hair is so disgusting. It's so broke. It's so dry. It's brittle. It was doing good. I was taking care of it, but they destroyed it all. Yesterday when I took a shower, it was full of lice. Full of lice. From all the way around here, like almost half, like on a, it's all still, see, this is healing because I put medicine on it today and I took a medicine and I just took more, but it's still all swollen up here. It's got little rough patches inside. It's all sore. And because they infested me again the other day the last time I took a shower, and at the last minute, when I was blow drying my curls out to kind of stretch them out a little because I didn't want them to be short, I had to kind of stretch out, and that's why they're all out like this, because I didn't have hairspray to lock in the curl, and I didn't want to lock in the curl as it was. I wanted it to be like the way I did it this morning was perfect. I didn't even have to blow dry it out, but at the last second when I blow dry it out, when I pull my head down, like bend over and blow dry my hair and swipe my curls while I'm blow drying it so I can stretch out the curl, they have the employee or a client that comes into the gym to run by me quietly because it's a rubber floor and I can't hear them. And then all of a sudden, when I pick my head up, there was nobody in the bathroom, but they have to go by me to go into the bathroom or into the back room. So as I pick my head up and I hear the sink running and they're washing their hands or going to the bathroom, you know what they did. So as I was bent over with the blow dryer, he sent them in to put the bugs on me. That's why my head was all infested from here. They keep on interrupting me. So when I bent over and the employee came by and I didn't hear him or her because the floor is like, it doesn't make noise, so you can't hear when they're walking by with sneakers. You can't hear them, or when they're running by quickly, fast walking. So that's how they got me when my head was over, and they just put it all right on my head, from afar, so it got me. So it's all sore, and I have all these bugs that I was scratching out of my head after I left the gym and I went to the parking space in the parking lot that I was in. And I stayed up for a couple hours. I didn't go to sleep. I went to sleep about 9:30 in the morning. Woke up at 2 o'clock, so 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. I slept about 4.5 hours. So my head is all sore, my scalp. from all the way from around this way. Because when I bent over in the way that they put the dust on me, the buggies and the dust mites, or the mites, and it got me while I was that way, because when I was bent over, this side was towards them. So as they walked by me or afar from me, I didn't hear them because I was with my head, my head was bent over, and I had the blow dryer, so I didn't hear them or see them because I might have been focused on my hair and my curler had my eyes closed or something. I don't know. So when I took a shower this morning and I used the light shampoo only around the mid part of my hair, and it was easy to kind of comb out, but then after where I applied the medicine, the shampoo, I didn't use the whole bottle to do my whole hair. It was like all knotty from like the back of my head. And then when I came out and I was in my car and I was in the parking space, I felt all these buggies. I didn't feel them after I got out of the shower. Decline. So anyway, so when I got out of my car to go to 7-Eleven, to go to Dollar Tree to get a soda and my candy, which I wasn't going to get the soda there, I was just going to get the candy. Then I was going to go to 7-Eleven to get money back and get a soda and go to the bathroom to go pee, but instead I passed the other 7-Eleven because I wasn't able to get over into the left-hand lane because there was only one or two cars, but they were in my way to where I couldn't get over in time, so I had to go to Aldi's first and say, okay, I'm just going to go see what's on sale, blah, 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 this and that, and see if the guy is there that let me show you what I'm talking about on my lanyard. Okay, now the hook that goes to my lanyard, this is the second one that I bought. Or is it the third one? It's the third one. The first one I spent only like $3.99, $4.99 or something like that, or $5.99 at Ross. Okay, and that was like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. Because I had it for a long time when I was on my bicycle. Or no, right after I got my car. So I might have had this, like 4, almost 5 years. Before I started using it about 2 years ago. And then, or a year ago, or something. No, yeah. When I started to use it, whatchamacallit, because I think I had another one. I can't remember, but I think I had something different. I had another different one. But, this is my third one. Now, just after I bought it, and they mailed it to me, the clip broke. The other, see how it's broken? That's not supposed to be, because this is supposed to be attached to this. Okay? But I had to put it on as another key ring hole, because the plastic part that was on here attached that to that, and it broke. So when I washed it and dried it, and I went out to my car, they broke it on me. Or no, that was when the other one got stolen. And then I had to buy another one, which is this one. And then at the other laundromat, I put it in the washer. I went to use the bathroom. And of course, being in there going poopy and pee for a little bit, and washing my hands gave them enough time to break it because the washing machine was was filling up with water. So, being that I'm being watched, they broke it on me. What I do now is when I wash my pillowcase, I put everything that I need to that's small in here. My masks, these, and I put into here and zip it up. And they can't get to it. But now, when I bypassed the first 7-Eleven today, I stopped at Aldi's, and then I told the guy, okay, I'll be back, blah, 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 after I went shopping. And I came out of Aldi's. I took a left. No, I'm sorry. I was going to take a left to go to the other 7-Eleven that I just came from. Oh, I got interrupted again. So I was going to take a left, and another cockroach just fell from the top of the... Oh, shit! That one's a flying one! Oh, shit! That's a small flying one. It knows it can fly. Oh, shit! Now they're putting the ones that are flying in here. The small ones. Where's my fucking bug spray? Hold on. I gotta find my bug spray. I haven't sprayed it in a while. I guess that's God telling me to go clean my car. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm running out of spray. I need more spray. So I might go do that because when I go to church this week, they're going to try and make me give away all my money. So I'm left with nothing. But that's not going to happen. Not. Oof. I got to let the air in now. Oof. I don't want to breathe that in. So when I came out of Aldi's to take a left to go to the 7-Eleven down here on the right, the light was very long. I had just missed the light, the green light, because there were several cars there. And I had to go to... The reason why I went pee-pee in Aldi's, but then when I came out, I ate the banana. And then I was on Facebook a little bit more, and I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't want to go back into Aldi's, so I started the car and started to leave, and I was going to go right to the 7-Eleven down here on the corner on the right, but they held the light, so I had to go into the right lane and take a right and go to the other one on the other side of the street on like another mile and a half instead of a half a mile. So I went there. Then when I went in, I had to use the bathroom, but I said I'm going to get a soda. And I had my phone with me to show, No. I went in there to use the bathroom. The key was right there on the bathroom, on the packs of water or whatever, cans of Celsius or whatever. And when I put the key in, I couldn't open the door. It wasn't opening. But I had to turn it and push the handle at the same time for it to open. So I sat this down on the back, on the top of the toilet where the water flushes. And I had this hooked onto my pocketbook. But when I put my pocketbook on the top back of the toilet, this got attached to the handle. So when I grabbed this handle got caught on and onto the handle of the toilet, and it pulled this and broke this. So because I swore, because I was pissed off, they didn't know what I was saying or whatever. They thought I was acting crazy. And some black bitch goes, I forgot how she said it at first, but she goes, all right, now, we let you use the bathroom, because they're black and I'm white. So they didn't let me get the soda because I answered back to them and I said, I had to use the bathroom and I'm going to buy a soda. And I go, well, your toilet seat broke my lanyard. And now the clip to my lanyard. But she didn't know. She didn't see her. She just wanted to mouth off and be used by the devil. You see how the devil uses people, but yet they think they're being used by God. They don't know who God is. They just follow anything. Okay? They could be taken to the freaking river and said, oh yeah, that's where you go to get water. And then they get drowned. Because they don't use their thought process. Say, wait a minute, why am I letting this one take me where they're going? What are they, and they're like, oh yeah, you want to see, let me take you, let me show you. Okay, that's what these people are doing. They're like, oh, let me teach you how to be of God. But yet they're being taught how to be the devil that they already are, and they think that's going to keep them, or they think that's going to bless them by being used by the devil. They think they're being used by God, but really, they are being used by God, but they're also being tested by the works and deeds that they do. And they're partaking in the evil and wickedness, and they're going to stay right where they're at. They're not going to get blessed because God knows who his are. And when they go to church and they say, oh, yes, oh, yeah, and they got their job, this, oh, I'm blessed, oh, God loves me, oh, this. No, he don't. He doesn't love somebody that's willing to take the life or complicate somebody else's life. So now, because I'm in a world full of heathens, hellions, minions, and demons, it's making my heart harden. Because they'll take, and sell me poison. When I buy soda, which is not good for us, but to drink it once in a while, it's okay. But knowing that the soda that they're selling me is poison because they go and put stuff in the soda behind in the boxes, behind in their little back office, when they go into the back of the cooler, where the bags and the soda and the carbonation machines and the boxes of... I know, I used to do all that stuff at Cajun Joe's. I had to replace the soda bags. I know how they do it. They can put poison in the bag of soda, and then it gets pushed right up into the fountain soda that you get out of the fountain. But they also poison the soda cans and the bottles from the factory, wherever it's manufactured, and put into the cans and bottles. You don't know that it's poison. You think the way it tastes is normal. I know otherwise, because I could taste the aftertaste, and that's the poison. You think that's the normal taste of poison. So it's killing yous. It's killing me too, but I don't drink it as often. I don't drink it 3, 4, 5, all day long. I drink like 20 to 30 ounces, if that, maybe even 18 ounces. Because I got like an extra large cup here, but I drank like half. And then I had another smaller one. I had the big side, this is the extra large. I had the large one. I drank half of the large one, so I had to pour the rest of that large soda in with this one. So now I got almost another extra large. But today I got a whole nother extra large, but in the plastic cup, because they didn't, at the 7-Eleven I was at, they didn't have the extra large styrofoam. And I wasn't going to sell myself short when they're all $1. And I'm being fucked by all these people to where my stuff gets spilt or it gets poisoned, I don't drink it, or it gets warm and I can't use it and it gets flat. So I have to buy more soda. Drink half of it, pour the rest in. So now I got a whole nother extra large cup of flat soda. So that lady got pissed off at me because she didn't know the full story of why I was swearing and cussing, because of what the devil is doing to me through people. So they kicked me out and didn't let me get the soda, so I left the soda right there. I should have dropped the shit. I should have dropped it all over the floor. I should have been a bitch. So, now I'm going to go somewhere up the street, park, and eat my cantaloupe, okay? I don't know if it's ripe or not, but I'm going to eat my cantaloupe. And then I'm going to rinse my blackberries, and I'll probably have those later on, depending on if my sugar level is okay, because I don't want high sugar level. Because what I'm doing to my body is the same thing that you guys are doing in the gym. You're drinking all these energy drinks. And it's puffing up your heart rate, and making you get all that energy. Then you're working out and you're working your heart even harder and harder. You're killing yourselves. You think you are doing yourselves good, but you're killing yourselves. You don't even know. You're drinking all these energy drinks, smoking all that marijuana. You're fluctuating your body. It's boom, 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 boom. It slows down. Boom, 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 boom. Then you work out. Boom, 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 boom. Your heart is going crazy. You're killing yourself. And then with the food you eat, all that protein, all that meat, you're killing yourself. You just know nothing. And they're making my son become stupid like the rest of you. So he doesn't become wise and wisdomous. And they're causing him to stay away from his spirit, his Holy Spirit that he had when he was with me for 5 years, when I was in the home. So I bought me a cantaloupe for $1.99, but they were small. They're small. See, $1.99. Walmart, they're like $3. They were $3 and change, like $3.12, I think, or something like that. And then they lowered them to like $2.97, but they're still too small. And maybe they're okay, but I don't have the $3 to spend on a cantaloupe because I can't cut it all up because then I'd have to put it in a bowl and buy a bag of ice. I can't afford to buy a bag of ice and keep it in my cooler just for a little cantaloupe for a day, for not even for a couple hours until I can eat it tomorrow or later tonight. I don't have $2 for a bag of ice. I don't have, because you can't get ice for $1.25 no more at Dollar Tree. It's $2 now for 10 pounds, but it's not a solid ice cube. So you're getting 10 pounds, but you're really only getting the 7-pound bag that you used to get, because it's a different kind of ice. It's not a solid ice cube now. It's like a thin ice cube. So you're only getting 7 pounds of ice, really, but they're charging you $2 now to make you think you're getting more. Yes, the Walmart up here is under $2, but it's only a 7-pound bag of ice, and it's the good one. But I still don't have $2 with tax, $1.88 plus tax, to get ice and then buy food with the prices at Walmart, because they're getting higher and higher. And when I want to eat healthy, but I can't, because I got to save the money to fix my car. Now I'm letting it idle more, and it's destroying my car. Now another phone call. Because I responded to a gift card ad. If you take a survey, if you take a survey or whatever, you get free $750 Walmart card. But then you got to take part in 2 or 3 of those surveys that you're going through. I don't have the money for that. Then you don't get the $750 Walmart card for free or right away. You got to wait another year for your subscription to go through. And then you might not even get the fucking gift card. So you're out of money. They're fucking scamming us. They're stealing money. I don't have money to fucking eat regular food in the store. I don't have money to buy your products, your shirts, your dolls. I don't have money for all that shit. I don't have money to eat with. I don't have money to fix my car. God is not changing anything yet, because they keep on replacing one stupid thing with 10 other stupid things. And it's only reeling, and it's killing. You know that saying, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Well, God, aka the devil's killing like 2,000, 2 million people with that 1 stone. Because it's reeling in them fools. How to be fishers of men. You're reeling them in. And what do? You catch them on that hook, and now you're hurting them. You're taking them out of their environment and killing them. So the works that you're doing is only going to keep you in this cycle, and it's only going to kill you and your family, because nobody has enough money to go around and round with this money system. God is trying to call his people that see, that have eyes to see the unseen, the outcome and result, down the road, down the line, that somebody that can do the problem in their head without doing it on paper or using a calculator. You could say, okay, like me, my son doesn't think I'm smart. He thinks I don't think of what I do. Because of my haters and enemies, they're making me look like my sister, like a dum-dum, because they switched roles with me and my sister and my mummy. So my mummy and my sister are living like they did the work I did, but they didn't do the work I did. But because I snitched on my daddy, he reversed my life with theirs. So they get to reap the benefits of my life that I did all the work too. So they're taking my place while I'm dying, when the first 20, 30 years of their lives, they didn't do shit but smoke, drink, drug, sex, party, fuck, suck, dick, and lick. So now God raised them up by putting them in my place and put me in their place. So instead of them being on the street, I'm the one that was on the street. I'm the one that lost my job. I'm the one that lost my apartment because of them. God raised them up because they were tired and they did the wrong thing. They made the wrong errors and mistakes. So God saved them, but used me as a sacrifice for them to, that seesaw effect. When I'm down, they're up. When they're down, I'm up. He goes, and then what he's doing is going back and forth little by little. But that little by little is pretty soon, we're both going to meet And we're both going to be on the ground. We're not going to go nowhere. We're both, so that's killing 3, 4, like a whole family. Eventually, slowly but surely. So, to my son, he thinks I'm stupid or I'm a loser because he's making him take the place of my sister the way she was when she was younger, when she didn't know exactly what was going on, and she was being used by the devil, thinking that she was being used by God, which kind of was, but he was not a good God because he hurt me to give them, and then hurt them to give me. It was like a seesaw effect. I've known so much since I was young, before I was 5, I knew a lot. But my daddy was stupid. He didn't know because he was a pervert. He was a smoker and a drinker at the age of 10, 12 years old. Drinking out of beer bottles and taking the beer caps off with his teeth. And that's how he lost all his teeth. And then all the smoking, drinking, drugging, sexing, partying, fucking, sucking, dicking, and licking, it caused him to, they rot out of his mouth and he had to get dentures. False teeth. The same thing with Richie. Richie took the place of my daddy in my mom's life. Because my mommy and daddy were not meant to be, or they were, but they had to stay apart so he could play be the puppet master of me and my mommy and my sister and her family. So he was that gang member, that puppet master, using all of us as puppets. Using the resources and putting me here, there, causing me to lose this job, causing this scenario, making me have to leave my job or quit my job to get somewhere else and then to go through the other scene. No, I'm tired of it. Go fuck yourselves. Fuck your system. Fuck it. I hope this world goes ba-ba-boom. Bye-bye.